Hello, y'all. What's up? It's Fox again. Real quick, we just go hold a moment of silence. Okay. In these moments, when times are like these, like they've been for a long time, me, my 23-year-old gay black big self, spiritual self, artistic self, I'm always wondering, what can I do? How can I reach out? What do I say? What money do I have to give? What. And I think in my mind, uh, my heart, not even my mind, my heart is telling me to speak, to say something. And so this is where I am. I don't know what I'm going to say. Um, but I have an urge to say something. So here it is. Um, First and foremost, rest in peace. Dot, dot, dot. The fill in the blank. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to George Floyd. Rest in peace to Ahmaud. To all those who have lost their lives, who have gotten murdered. I want to take you on a journey real quick. Picture it. If I'm forgetting the year, forgive me, but picture it. It's 2013, 2014. Now, me personally, I'm from Detroit. Those of you who don't know, I'm telling you, say it again. I'm from Detroit, proudly from Detroit. And when I was growing up, I was the first one in my family to be like an actor or go into the business of acting. And I had never really been outside of Detroit. I mean, sure, we go and we visit, maybe visit a family member down south or something. But really, outside of Dearborn or Sterling Heights, those of you who know Detroit, or Ypsilanti, those of you who know Michigan, that's all I had saw, what have you. And here it is. I'm a junior in high school, getting ready to go into my senior year. It's the summer before I'm a senior, and I am competing nationally for the NAACP AXO competition, where you got a whole bunch of people, like a whole bunch of young black kids, actors, singers, writers, designers, mathematicians, chemists, science. I mean, you got sculpture, all these black kids in a space where they see that outside of their home, the hometowns, there are others like you who are compassionate and who are passionate and love the things that you love. And for me, this was a thing of telling me, you can do this. You can. The competition was happening in Florida, and it was just letting me know, like, you can. You are good. You are enough. You are worthy. And I just remember I was like, oh my gosh, I've never, it was the first time I was on my own. I mean, we had you know, I don't know the word. I still can't think of the word, but the people who led us, of course, the adults who had us there. But I was there without my mom and my dad for the first time in my life. In my life. And I remember I was just like, wow, this is so great. This is what life can be. I can meet all these people. Friends from high school where they're competing, and I'm seeing their talent and their lights, and all these things really add to a child, and most importantly, the black child's mindset of, oh my gosh, somebody thinks that I'm talented. Somebody thinks that I'm good at what I do. And here it is, I got other people who I could look at as competition, but hey, we're all moving towards the goal. You know, being on our ancestors' backs and necks and shoulders and representing for them. And I remember every night was just like an experience of like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I remember in the middle of it, you know, I think it was right after we had a day where we had a dance, or a night where we had a dance and we're all dancing and having fun or whatnot. And then the next day, we had got notice that Trayvon Martin was murdered. What a way. What a way to ironically throw in something for a black child, for a black person. And I remember the whole competition, everybody was just stuck. And in my mind, right, I of course, I'm a young black kid, a young big black kid in America. I've always been bigger or looked like I looked older or what have you. And I remember, you know, I've learned about slavery and the injustices and Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and just what have you. I've learned about it. But to my knowledge, I mean, Emmett Till, and that was also, that's kind of what this was reminding me of. In my mind, I'm like, okay, because I believe I was 16, 17 around that time. Trayvon hadn't even made it to my age. And I remember being like, okay, well, with Emmett, he didn't do it, but they also didn't have proof. They didn't have cameras. So in my mind, my young 16, 17-year-old mind, I'm like, okay, but they got proof. So George Zimmerman is going down. I had it set in my mind. That's what I thought. And then to see that nothing happened, even when there was proof, really, it really did something to my mindset as a kid. And then for it to go on with Oscar Grant and Mike Brown, Eric Gardner, Sandra Bland, Tamir Rice. One, let's not act like this is the first time that this has ever happened. It's not the first time. It's been happening forever. There are just phones now. It's being filmed, but even it being filmed, there is still. So in my mind, I go, what do we do? I pray. Yes, I pray. Yep. I pray and I talk to God, and I'm like, God, I know everything happens for a reason, man, right? Like everything happens for a reason, but like, why this? Why us? Why are these people acting like this? I'm like, no, the Bible, God, nobody says that life won't be hard or that there won't be injustices, but there will be justice served. I don't know when that is, what that's going to look like, but I still have faith that it's coming. But in my mind right now, I'm like, what do I do? How do I live, right? You try to go to the basics of like, okay, I'm a black man. Inherently, in my blood, in my family, we have high blood pressure. My father passed away in 2019. In 2015 when I was 19. He was 38, about to turn 39. Big guy, died of a heart attack. Stress. It was stress induced. You think to yourself, okay, what do I do? Okay, like and in my blood also there is the alcoholics run in my family. You know, the drugs run in it's systematic. So you go, okay, well, what do you do when these things come up? Okay, you pray. Yeah, I prayed. You meditate. I don't know how to meditate. And inherently rooted in my culture, there is a meditation or therapy. What? You know, luckily I am seeing a therapist now, but like it happens to where you're like, oh, well, I can't do therapy. Like some people don't have an outlet I'm very blessed to have a therapist. Some people don't have an outlet to have a therapist or what have you. So what do people tell you to do? Well, you don't want to go to drugs. You don't want to get your dopamine or what have you from that. So what do? Okay, people say work out. All right, work out, and if stress is coming, I don't want to have a heart attack. I don't want to have high blood pressure. Go work out. Go do something. Okay, I go for a jog. Right, because jogs, it's safe. You ain't hurting nobody. You're not using any drugs. You're not. Okay, maybe I can't see a therapist. I can go ahead and jog. Me, my breath, and God in one with my music, listening to whoever, going for a jog. This man goes for a jog and he's hunted. At this point, and it was filmed, and it went on. It happened in February, and we found out about it in. Black people getting tired, y'all. We've already been tired. Black people are getting sick and tired of being sick and tired. Black women are getting sick and tired of being sick and tired. What do you want to say, Fox? What do I want to say? What I want to say is this has happened. Things happen to where it's like little bullets at a time, where it's like, all right, well, here it is. It's happened. All right. It's 5 weeks later. It's gone. My thing is we need to act. We need to speak up. Most importantly, my non-Black folk. Do you see how when you see your friends in college or your neighborhood or what have you, and they're really, really like a cop comes around and you see them react? Do you see why? When you got dogs that come around and the Black friends get scared, do you see why? I've seen too many people joke about it. Too many people say, "Oh, well, where is the all lives now? Where is the all lives? Where you at? Where you at?" I don't see you. I don't hear you. I hear you complaining. That's the thing. You're always going to complain. That's just what you're always going to do. So all that energy that you're using to put out shit that just recycles back to bullshit, how about you use it to actually say something? If you really care about all lives, then be about all lives, but you're not. You're about your life and your life only. But me, I have to grow up considering that I am paying attention to whatever the fuck is going on with you, because you can kill me for no reason and then I'll be gone. Because you had a bad day, because you felt threatened, when it's 15, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of you motherfuckers, and I'm just minding my business. Speak up. If you go be about that life and talking, I see all of y'all, there's so much appropriation. We talked about this many times, right? If you're trying to darken your skin to look like me, get your butt to be bigger to look like, everybody, I'm not saying that it's bad to do what you're doing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's real interesting that you're doing all these things to look like the women that raised me, to look like the men that raised me, the men and women that I love. You're listening to the music and really appropriating this music. Well, why can't I use the English? Dressing in certain way, wearing your hair. If you can do all this, where are you at? Where are you at? So many people are for the culture until it's time to be for the culture. Oh yeah, this. Now I'm seeing so many people. I'm angry. What do you think we are? Don't expect not all Black people have to do this. I'm doing this because this is what I feel that I should be doing. This is what I want to do. But if I didn't want to do this, that wouldn't be a problem, because I'm tired. Stop sharing videos of people who look like me dying, getting murdered. Stop it. Y'all have gotten too comfortable with showing this. You're dehumanizing us by doing this. I don't know, y'all. Times have always been scary. It's always been crazy. But for this to be happening during the pandemic, where my people are dying at much higher rates, and somebody tell me to calm down. Am I overreacting? What? I could react more, and I probably will. But am I overreacting? Speak up. If it's really about the race, the human race, speak up. My black brothers and sisters, I'm here for you. And all I can do is empathize and pray and help and speak out and speak up. That's all I can do. So with that, I say this. I love y'all for real. And don't expect your black friends to have to speak out. They're traumatized, they're hurt. You speak out. You do it. So many, I'm on TikTok now. I see all these, and look, again, the fact that you're making TikToks using our music and doing all these dances that you don't do well, I ain't mad at that. Music is music. Music is for everybody. Art is for everybody. I'm an artist. That's what I do. But for you to appropriate my things and then not speak out when people like me are dying, that's where I have a problem. That's where I have a problem. If you think you come up to me and be like, "What's up, bruh?" when you just went over to Kevin over there and said, "Hi, Kevin." If you can do all this and feel so comfortable in the need to do all this but not speak on this, there is a problem. You are the problem. You are a part of the problem. So speak up, reach out, and do something. I'm going to end it with this. Father God, I want to pray over those who are going through it. I want to pray over those who are protesting. The peoples whose hearts needs to be touched, Lord, may you touch them. Any negativity, depression, all of those principalities that are trying to take down people of any race, of any color, of any background, of any religion, of any sex, of any gender, of any orientation, Lord, pray that you bind down those forces that are trying to take us down. May people actually gather in this time and gather for good, Lord. May it not be a 5-week, 5-minute thing, but may it be actual change, actual something that happens, Lord. Your people are tired, Lord, and I know that you know this, Lord, but I'm asking that you touch them. And please touch the families of those that, just touch the families of those that have lost people. Please touch the families, touch those babies. May you touch their hearts. May you touch their minds. May the strength of love be greater than the stench of hate. May the strength of love be grander than the stench of hate. Those who are still going through the pandemic, who are still on the front lines, may you touch them. May you aid them. May you give them safety and protection, Lord. Yea, though I walk. Yea, though I walk. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day. And forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. But lead us not into temptation, and deliver us from all evil. For thine is kingdom, power, glory, forever and ever. Amen. I love y'all.